Welcome back to Wild Wednesday on CI Living. If you think you have cabin fever, imagine how our zoo friends who are used to being outside all the time are feeling.
Oh yeah, joining us is Scovill Zoo's Assistant Director Ken Frye. And what is your friend's name here, Ken?
Well, some of them call him Puff. We got 2 alligators that were donated to the zoo, and when they came in, they were making a lot of noise, and our office manager goes, well, they're sure huffing and puffing, and so Huff and Puff kind of stuck.
Oh, I love it.
And so Huff is a little smaller than Puff is, and I think alligators are just a cool animal. Everything they need to survive is like right on top of their head. Their eyes are on top of their head. Their ears are just right behind the eyes right here.
Oh, wow.
Of course, the nostrils are right on top of the mouth, and so when they're floating right through the water, everything they need is right above the water line, and they use their big tails here to kind of push themselves kind of lazily through the water. You can see their back feet here are webbed. See how that's webbed? And the front feet are more claw-like to kind of use to pull themselves out of muddy banks. And so when they're swimming along, they'll kind of hold these legs back along their body like this and just kind of use the tail to kind of propel them through the water, and then the feet to kind of help steer.
And you said this is an American alligator.
American.
About 2-3 years old, you're guessing. So is he going to get any bigger?
Yeah, actually we have an alligator at the zoo that when we got him, he was smaller than this at the zoo years ago. He's probably 29 years old now and approaching 11 feet long, 350 pounds, and he's a big boy. And
you said 29. How long do alligators live?
Well, a good question. They used to think alligators would live for hundreds of years, so it's really more like 30 to 50. And if you get a 50-year-old alligator, they can get up to 13 to 15 feet. I think the longest one they found was 19 feet at one point, and that's a huge alligator, and up to 800 pounds. The biggest crocs, crocodiles in the Nile, they get a lot bigger than these do. They'll get up in the 20s,
wow.
24, 25 feet. And that's a lot of gator coming at you.
Oh, yeah. You had some facts about its chomp.
Yeah, a lot of people ask about how hard they bite. And the American alligator can actually chomp down like 2,100 psi, and it's like the equivalent of like a small pickup truck. If you attach a rope to a small pickup truck and you're holding the other end of the rope and you toss it off a building, when the slack comes out of the pickup truck and that you feel that 2,100-pound pole, that's the bite of a gator. Or you just park one on your hand,
but not on a guy this size.
No, it'll be probably the one, our 11-foot one is probably the one that can bite that strong.
Yeah,
I'm sure he's got a pretty good one.
I was going to say, not that I'm offering to test it. But you can see his teeth there. You were pointing that out earlier.
You can see their teeth, and you see more of their top teeth than their bottom teeth. That's one of the differences between the crocs and the alligators. That you can see more of the teeth along the side there, and there's more the teeth on the croc are a lot more pronounced along the side than they are on the American alligator. The other difference is American alligators stay in fresh water, where the crocodiles can go into salt and brackish water, and they have a gland. The crocodile has a gland that actually get rid of salt water where the alligators don't.
And what do they eat?
In the wild, they'll eat, like when they start out, they'll eat like larva nymphs of like mosquito larvas and the little nymphs from there, and so just real small type of things, and then kind of progress up the food chain to actual mosquitoes, and then bugs, and then frogs and amphibians, and then up to deer finally.
Wow.
When they're adults.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we're about out of time, but you've got a penguin exhibit that we need to come check out.
We're building it in a way. They're working hard. They had to slow down a little bit this week, but we're hoping to have it up and running this summer at some point, and so we're real excited about the penguins. The zoo actually opens April 6th. It's not that far away anymore, and we have a big Easter egg hunt on March 30th, so that's also not far away either. So it's all coming up real soon. We're getting excited.
Yeah, look at him. He now knows where the camera is.
Yeah,
he kind of knows which one to look at.
Well, Ken, thanks so much for coming in.
Thanks for having me.
If you would like to see what else is happening over at Scovill Zoo, go to CILiving.tv after today's show. We'll be right back.